I thought it would be interesting to look at Christian heritage in Western Europe, so mostly France, because I'm using Proust as the key example. But atheists, people who do not have a belief investment, if I can use those terms, in the theology, yet still are deeply invested in the cultural memory of Christianity. It's part of Western European DNA, cultural DNA. And by exploring Proust and Larkin and people like that, I'm leaving, hopefully bubbling under the surface, the question of what are the consequences of ignoring what people like Larkin and Proust, from a non-Christian perspective, but a perspective that still valued Christianity. What happens to a society that just jettisons the heritage that these people think is incredibly important? Are they deluded? Or I'm going to try and show you throughout this video why especially Proust felt so strongly about the importance of Christian culture as a self-avowed atheist stroke agnostic. So just before I go into the more, I wouldn't say depressing, but the more serious aspects, I came across this article a while ago about Paris syndrome. And in case you're wondering, Paris syndrome isn't just being pathologically rude or pretending you don't understand someone. It is actually often defined as a state of severe culture shock, physical and psychological symptoms when Paris fails to live up to expectations have been known to include hallucinations, a rapid heart rate, dizziness, and nausea. The late 20th century disorder was named by psychiatrist Hiroaki Ota in the 1980s. I think it was because the psychiatrist, this theory was developed to account for the number of Japanese tourists who brought up on, images of Paris, like Emily in Paris and Ratatouille, and all these semi-mythical, romantic portrayals of the beautiful city of Paris, and then they actually experience the modern-day reality, and the shock and disappointment. As you can see here, several Japanese tourists, I shouldn't laugh, but it is funny. Several Japanese tourists have been admitted to psychiatric clinics. So it's not funny, for treatment in extreme cases since the early 2000s. So this is what Paris can do to you. So this is the general context within which the Notre Dame fire took place. So I want to, this is obviously vaguely humorous, at least to someone slightly deranged like me. But it's just to give a context to the degree to which Paris has become this very odd place that arguably has lost its Western Christian European roots. And if Japanese tourists can notice this weird atmosphere to the point of being admitted to psychiatric clinics because of the culture shock, I do think at the most basic level there's something there. And what I'm going to try and explore is the deeper cultural level.